So in a scandal that has been largely lost to contemporary memory, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was alleged to have blackmailed then-President Bill Clinton by revealing to him that Israel had collected tapes of phone sex calls between the 42nd president and White House intern Monica Lewinsky. The story is worth revisiting amid allegations that Jeffrey Epstein was involved in a long-running Israeli blackmail operation of his own. So Clinton met with Netanyahu in the Oval Office in February 1997. Subsequently, according to testimony Lewinsky gave to the special counsel's office, Clinton's secretary Betty Curry reached out to Lewinsky to invite her to an Oval Office meeting, telling her Clinton, quote, had something important to tell her, unquote. It would turn out to be their final sexual encounter, but Clinton also used the opportunity to tell her that a, quote, foreign embassy had tapped his phone and recorded their conversation, Lewinsky said. Clinton did not specify which embassy, though the meeting with Lewinsky came the month after his meeting with Netanyahu. The special prosecutor's report was far more concerned with Lewinsky's claim of the sexual encounter that day because it contradicted Clinton's claim that they had had only one encounter that year than they were with the fact that a foreign government was spying on the president and letting him know about it. The prosecutor was also interested in Clinton's response, namely that he proposed cover stories. These are cover stories that the two could employ if they were confronted with the tapes. Clinton suggested the pair say they knew they were under surveillance and the phone sex was a, quote, put on for whoever was listening. That's an awfully flimsy idea, but look, he was guilty. The man did not have much to work with. Now in April, Netanyahu and Clinton met again for a, quote, private visit. On a Saturday then, in May 1997, Clinton again had Curry invite Lewinsky to the White House. During that visit, he broke up with her, Lewinsky testified. The next fall, so this is fall of 1998, Clinton hosted Netanyahu and Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat for a summit at Wye River, Maryland. Toward the end of the summit, at 7 a.m., after a long night of final negotiations and handshakes, Netanyahu approached Clinton privately to demand the release of convicted Israeli spy Jonathan Pollard, long a cause célèbre of the Israeli far right. That's according to reporting at the time from the New York Times. Now, Netanyahu brought up the sex tapes in the context of the Pollard demand, according to subsequent reporting by Washington Examiner editor Daniel Harper in his book, Clinton, Inc., The Audacious Rebuilding of a Political Machine. He writes, quote, not wanting to directly threaten the powerful American president, a crucial Israeli ally, Clinton was told that the Israeli government had thrown the tapes away, but the very mention of them was enough to constitute a form of blackmail, Halpern reported. The talks almost broke down as CIA chief George Tenet told Clinton he would resign on the spot if Clinton agreed to the terms. So instead, Clinton agreed to, quote, review Pollard's case. He did not release him. Pollard was eventually freed in 2015 under the Obama administration. Now, on the last day of his first term, Trump pardoned Pollard's handler. Back in Israel, Pollard is now an outspoken supporter of extremist National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir, and has called for the full ethnic cleansing of Gaza. I don't know, Emily, what do you think? What did Netanyahu tell Bill Clinton?
I'm so curious.
Was there another foreign embassy that this could be?
So this is very casually in the book of Daniel Halper, right? Mm-hmm. Who's, I mean, you probably—
Tell us about him as a reporter.
Well, I was even going to ask you, I mean, he's sort of a right-of-center Bush era. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't want to get this wrong, but that's my
Yeah, he was doing a lot of these Clinton Inc. style, yeah.
Right, and then was covering foreign policy like during that time period. I remember Daniel Halper a lot from the kind of blogging years, if that makes sense, like the Bush era blogging years. But this is very casually in the book.
And there was another book, I think it was called Gideon's Spies in '98, published in the UK, that reported the same thing.
Yeah.
That it was that Netanyahu, and that it was Israel that had gotten these tapes, because they basically what happened, like back then it was probably maybe even easier than it is now. Mm-hmm. A lot of people were learning about this affair.
Yeah,
like it was everywhere before it was reported by Drudge and then by Newsweek. It was the talk of like elite Washington. That's how, like, Linda Tripp was telling book agents. And book publishers.
Lucy Ann Goldberg.
Jonah Goldberg's mom.
Lucy, yep, exactly.
And she's telling people, and like, actually, what's his name? George Conway, right? He was, who's now the Resistance Democrat guy, Kellyanne Conway's ex-husband, and Ann Coulter, and like this whole right-wing world.
Brett Kavanaugh was working with Ken Starr. George Conway was in that group. Coulter was defending Paula Jones.
Right.
She was on the Paula Jones
and the
defense.
Paula Jones lawyers like learned about Monica way early. And so in other words, a lot of people in Washington knew about the Monica affair while it was still ongoing. So if you were a foreign embassy that learned this, then it would not have been hard for Israel and others, not just them, to learn about it. It would then not be hard for you to go and tap Monica Lewinsky's phone. You don't even have to tap the White House at that point.
Right.
You just get Monica's phone line.
Which is way easier, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you're going to pick up all of these calls that continued to happen. How do you like Bill Clinton's cover story? We knew that we were being surveilled by a foreign government, and so we decided to do fake sex tapes with an intern.
I mean, I was going to say, I think actually that may, so first of all, I think it gives it more credibility that it's casually in the book. And I think Danielle Halper is like sort of broadly pretty pro-Israel. I have to go back and look, but I think that's like sort of baked into a lot of the coverage that Danielle Halper has done. But I think the fact that this is sort of casually just inserted into the narrative of the book lends credibility to it, and people aren't challenging it. It's the same thing with the Alex Acosta quote that Vicky Ward put in her story that like barely raised an eyebrow at the time. And Acosta, there weren't all other people from those meetings in the Senate coming out and saying this never happened.
Right.
So anyway, all that's like a bit of a tangent, but it also makes you look differently on the way Clinton vociferously denied the affair, because it's possible that they were really serious about this defense for foreign policy reasons, like that they had motives beyond just protecting Clinton, that they were like also dealing with the potential foreign policy consequences of this entire thing being known to an ally. It was crazy.
Although by fall of '98, when the Wye River things happened, it's Eastern Shore. I remember when that was happening, Eastern Shore of Maryland. The public knew about all of this, so like the value of that blackmail by then was much diminished by the fact that it was everywhere already. And then you had the midterms where Democrats overperformed despite all of this stuff. Right? Because when did it all break that he admitted it? I'm trying to remember exactly when.
Oh man, that's a good question. That timeline is important in this context. But yeah, I mean, the whole thing, this is such
August. So he admitted in the grand jury testimony in August 1998.
But I don't think we knew that till 99, did we?
No, but then he knew it was going to leak, so they put it out immediately.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean.
So by the time that Netanyahu at Wye River is allegedly blackmailing him with the tapes and telling him that, and it's an interesting phrasing that he's alleged to have used, which is, hey, those tapes I mentioned, like, don't worry, we destroyed them.
This is so crazy.
It's like, oh, sure you did. But it's a way of, bringing them up, but of course I'm not threatening you. This is crazy.
Right.
I would never do such a thing.
Well, it's kind of like, it's actually kind of like the Epstein-Bill Gates email, which reportedly was, it was about the woman that Bill Gates had an affair with, like the professional poker player. I think she's a professional poker player that Bill Gates had an affair with. And Epstein basically sent Bill Gates an email being like, hey, I think he asked for like some type of payment related to not for like any sexual stuff, but like just a scholarship, something like that, just to let Bill Gates know he knew about this woman with whom he had an affair.
Yes, exactly.
You can't, is it a smoking gun? No, because it's not, hey, I'm blackmailing you. I know you had an affair. Give me money for this. Or it was like he had some charitable thing. He wanted money, quote unquote charitable thing. He wanted Bill Gates to give money to. And so he's not saying blackmail, this is blackmail unless you give me this money. He's just saying, hey, I know.
Yeah, I know about this thing.
Many such cases.
Yeah.
Many such cases.
Yeah. So, the part about the CIA is interesting too. Like, because this was a bipartisan thing at the time, that the CIA, and whether you're Republican or Democrat, and I think it was under Reagan that they caught Pollard, actually, Jonathan Pollard, this spy. They were absolutely committed to keeping him behind bars and not releasing him. Mm-hmm. And it was when Obama let him out in 2015. It was it's more like parole. Like he served like 30 years or whatever. He served like an enormous amount of the sentence. But yeah, he's still very active in politics. He's even like floated that he's going to run for Knesset, under the Ben Gvir banner, basically.
It's just this. It is so crazy how many, like, you can play 6 degrees of Monica Lewinsky with politics at any given moment, or 6 degrees of like Clinton-Lewinsky scandal at any given moment. I mean, it's just, it still affects so many different things in so many ways. Yeah. Absolutely wild.
Yeah. Really
Crazy
central
stuff,
moment. Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Yes, indeed. All right, next, we're going to talk to Carolyn Feinstein.
That's right.
Who was the wife of the guy who made the ice blocker. She worked for basically the trustee office inside the Department of Justice, overseeing basically as a bankruptcy fraud staffer. And she was canned by the Department of Justice due to her connection with her husband's ice blocker app. Let's talk to her about this.
Hey, if you like that video, hit the like button or leave a comment below. It really helps get the show to more people.
And if you'd like to get the full show, ad-free, and in your inbox every morning, you can sign up at breakingpoints.com.
That's right. Get the full show, help support the future of independent media at breakingpoints.com.